Alright, so we are finally back on this map after, I think, very long time. I've got my PC back from it being broken, not fixed. Well, it was fixed, but obviously. But I've gotten it back from it being broken. Now, but basically what happened, my old power supply unit 500 watts basically caused my motherboard to fry itself. And don't really know what happened to it. I mean, I know, like, it broke, but, like, I don't know like what part of the motherboard broke. Maybe it was like a VRM thing. Who knows? But got a new power supply unit and a new motherboard. It really shouldn't have taken as long as it did, but it did. That's not um that's not what we're talking about in this episode. I might make a video on it by itself, but probably not realistically. I was thinking about it, probably not. We are back on What If Humanity Restarted. Now, honestly, what happened in the last episode, I have no clue. I can't remember. I'll have to rewatch my own content. But I think we had a war between Southeast Asia and China. Um, and then these guys hate each other due to this. Um, I think the green team got. Or no, that was before. Green team got like a coalition formed against them, kind of. I think that's episode 4. I don't think that's episode 5. This is episode 6. But alright, let's just go to the first episode, first round of the video, and we have the yellowish gold team. Um, start moving and taking more land around this place. We do have more efforts on the discovery of Central Europe to be discovered. I mean, down here we have the Alps, so I'm sure this area there will not be. I mean, the green team has already done a pretty good job at exploring that, but it could be better. But we will have a little bit of this being explored and not really much else happening in Central Europe as of right now. I think this happened in the last episode. Red team went to war with the orange team. Got like southern slice from it. But let's go down to Africa. We have the Iberian country. Let's and they will be going. Oh, what the hell happened? What's going on there? Okay, there you go. They will be taking more African land and essentially just taking all of this and then discovering more. Now, issue with Africa, especially up in the north, is all of this is desert. So that's what's going to be stopping Africa from getting explored for a little bit. This purple country doesn't have a capital. Oh, my bad. Their capital will be right down there. Alright, so, oh, this guy doesn't have a capital either. Well, their capital would only make sense to be right there. Alright, is there any countries that don't have a capital? You don't have a capital. You have a capital. Is that it? Yeah, okay, that's it. Um, so, let's go once again back over here to Africa. We have this purple country, um, exploring all the way over until they reach, this country, and the Iberian team. They're like, who are you? Saying like, yo, we broke away from this lime team up here. I believe they did. I could be wrong. I think they did. And then and then these guys, yeah, no, these guys both broke away from the lime team. And they're like, yeah, well, okay, well, don't invade me. And they're like, okay, well, we are going to anyway. In terms of what people think of Africa during this time, well, the red team thinks it's not valuable land at all, and they will not be going after African land either. Um, Pink team doesn't really care about Africa. Iberian team only cares for this area. They don't care about anything else. French team doesn't even have this. Doesn't even have a coast here. So, yep. Let's go to sea exploration. We will have them, like all this will be explored, and essentially we have all of this coast being explored at least a lot, kind of. We'll have to talk about boat technology in a second, but we're just gonna update the seawater, and eventually it's gonna get around here. Bay of Biscay. Yeah, I think so. Almost fully explored. Not almost. Not nearly. Well, so let's talk about technology. In terms of war, it's still very basic. We still have swords and spears, maybe. I doubt it. Like this is still early humans, so I'm gonna assume they're using like slingshots or something. I don't know. We'll say they're using slingshots and wooden swords. I don't know. Very early human technology. Boats are very rampant. Instead, I'm gonna have them go and put more boats down here because it makes more sense. So boats, every country that has a coast has a boat, and I think literally every country on this. I don't think there's any landlocked countries. No, there's none. Not right now. There's no landlocked countries right now. I mean, maybe these guys don't have boats, but I don't think they really care. So, let's go over to no, not Western, Eastern Europe. So the purple team over here, will explore into modern day, Kaliningrad, taking even more land over here and going up the Lithuanian coast. Uh, we have the gold team, uh, oh no, not decolonizing the land. We'll go all the way up here and exploring much of southern Sweden. And I don't think it's more than Sweden, but Sweden gets really cold up here. Norway has a lot of mountains up here and with islands. That's not true. Um, alright, so let's go over to Asia. Just because of this, I'm assuming the red team and the Chinese team also went to war, but I don't remember, so I'm not gonna say anything on that. The red team is going to, well, I guess Korea. Korea at this point will go over here and just explore more of this um Eastern Asian land, I guess. Yeah. So other than down here, nothing has happened. Lime team doesn't want to send boats down here, so they're not going to. I think it's actually pretty hard to go down here for humans. Like, isn't this? I think this water. I know the Sea of Japan. Like, there's no crossing this for like humans right now. It's just not happening. Like this whole area, way too many tidal waves and stuff like that. So let's go over to Eastern Europe again, specifically the Caucasus. Now, the pink team, um, they're having internal struggles. This is a more recent issue, and it's gonna get to the point where uh, we have a country breaking away from the central government due to economic issues, and this is gonna weaken the pink team, but honestly, it won't weaken them a whole lot. I mean, this is very, I mean, if this was like 1900s, this would be very valuable land. But right now, I don't know how much. I don't know how good valuable this is because it's the Caucasus. But they're going to go on their own expedition over into central Russia. Well, not central Russia, southern Russia. And the red team is kind of looking at this like, hmm, these guys broke away. So, this goes is here. Oh yeah, we're gonna immediately invade this and take it. This light pink team, whatever color this is like, yo, what the hell, man? And I thought you weren't gonna attack us. The red team's like, I'm not gonna attack the pink team, but you're someone else, so I don't care about you. All right, so their capital is probably gonna be like that one here. So let's go over. Um, let's add a new country. We're gonna. So over in Latvia, you will have a new dark red. Well, darker red. Yeah, we have a darker red country that's thin up here, and they will cut this team off from the um Baltic area, and their capital is going to be right there. Riga. I mean, it's probably not. That's. I mean, Riga's probably right there, but it's basically Riga. These guys will start exploring more of Russia and Estonia at this point. And it's getting very cold, so they don't decide to go any further up north. But where they do decide to go is down south, where they enter into modern day Belarus, and essentially it's around something like this. Alright, so let's go over a war. So the Orange team just got out of a war, I think the last episode, but they want to reclaim some of the old land back. And that's this land. Now, the Orange team is strong, still stronger than the Pink team. Or, no, this Magenta team. And they're like, what the, yo, really, man? Like, really? And they're like, yes. So, uh, they will also go over here and then invade them from this side too. And the red team wants to intervene, but they don't. And they also kind of quote unquote have a peace treaty with them, so they won't be doing that. Um, the pink team or the magenta team, whatever color this is, I'm just gonna call them magenta, I guess. They will do a counter offensive, but in the north, Ukraine decides to get in on this conflict, and Ukraine has been a pretty peaceful nation. They originated at episode 1, I think, at the end of episode 1, and they've just been building their country up and also building the military up. And for what reason? Well, they only border one country, so Ukrainian troops will flood into the northern Romania country, and their capital is quickly taken by Ukrainian forces. We also have, I guess, Bulgarians, I guess you could say, but I mean, they also push up, but the military at this point is like, yo, but our country is already in a lot of economic issues. We're not continuing this, so they will stop there. And this country just decides to completely break apart. Where we have this. Let me just make a good border. We have this area right here completely breaking away, and the Ukrainian forces quickly go over and destroy the rest of this country. And the capital is gone. So Ukraine's just in its first war, and um, this is the new borders of Ukraine and this new country where I need to get a um capital. I know I their capital right there. We'll put it right there. Not a not like a really good spot because then like if Ukraine ever decided to, they could quite literally encircle. But Ukraine doesn't. That was the only country that Ukraine wanted to invade, and they will actually start to move up. Ukraine is looking quickly to be a top tier military power, even above countries like this team where they have the Golden Team where they have a big border issue with the Purple Team. These guys are pretty much gearing for something upcoming. So let's go over to England, the UK. So we will have the English being discovered. Well, I mean Cornwall, UK, London. So eventually well, I mean right now, not eventually right now, we have basically southern UK being discovered, but the French team won't actually do any anything to take the land. As it's across the channel, it would be pretty hard to hold as of right now. But they're like, hey, more land up here. There might be an island that sounds like something like this, but it's not an island. So, let's go into sea exploration. Um, this pink team and this Moroccan team will quickly establish a trade route with each other, and they are doing pretty good in terms of exploring this area. Areas where they won't explore is this area over here due to, I mean, they will explore a little bit, but this is most likely pretty dark water. I mean, this is probably darker, or darker. Why did I say darker? Deeper water. I mean, I don't know, it's probably not that bad, but I'm saying no. Um, we'll have Greece explore over here, and it's just gonna explore the waters around Crete, and then some waters over here the pink team decides to go over. So let's go back over to Asia, where honestly I'm very keen towards Europe. As you can see, there's almost nothing happening in Asia, but at this point, realistically, I mean, there's nothing much that can happen. I mean, there's like 4 countries. There's way more people in Europe than in Asia right now. But anyway, we'll have Taiwan being discovered. That's pretty good. Won't land on it though, because I'm pretty sure this is a very mountainous area. Or maybe no, it's central. It's essential. Well, I'm still saying no. I think it's central. I could be wrong. I don't know Taiwanese geography that well. The red team will discover this island and discover the waters around it, but due to the water conditions, they can no longer explore anything else past that point. The yellow team will send some scouts into this area here, which they have been told not to do this, but at this point they want to do something, so they're like, hey, go explore this forbidden land. And the land they're finding is pretty prosperous. It's very good farming land over here on this coast. So they're like, maybe we were wrong. And we'll have this country right here expand its claim. And the people, I'm pretty sure the people that went from the red team, that went from here into this like ex-slave that they have. They're preparing for something, but what will they do? I mean, if they went from the red team, probably the capital. I mean, who knows? To this beige country, to its ex-slave by boat. They're definitely planning to do something. Let's go over to Europe. But will they do anything this episode? Most likely not. It's what they're doing is a lot of planning, and it's a lot of stuff. So the Latvian team will start to explore the waters around it, same as the uh, Polish team thing. I don't know. So now this uh, Polish, I don't know what team this is. I'm just call it the purple team, magenta team, light purple. They will go on this island and take it and take this island. And what will they try to do next? Well, they're gonna try and cut off the gold team land, but the gold team sees it coming, and they do get some land, but the gold team is like quickly, how about no, and they take all this land, and then the purple team is very, very on verge of declaring war on the gold team. It's like a light gold color, but I'm just call it the gold team. Very close to declaring war. Like literally one minor excursion would cause this country to declare war. Like this gold team breathes in the wrong way. They're declaring war. That's how much hate they're getting right now. But the pink, no magenta, what color this is? I'm purple. I'm just gonna call it purple because that's what it is, light purple. They will take over that, which they probably had for a while now. I just haven't called it in. Let's go to the Lime team. Now, Lime team, they are building themselves up after a pretty big um war loss. They lost a lot of their land in the Italian peninsula. They lost some of the western land, but they basically kept all of their Balkan land. And this looks like a very hard club here. That's I'm just actually figuring out now. But we will have Latvian team go up here and explore this, and they will move around the coast here and then take both islands. And we now have more exploration, because that's really the main thing that's gonna happen right now. I mean, boards are possible. We've seen a few this episode, but the pink team will start to go over here and take a lot of land. Well, not take land, but explore a lot of land. They will then go over here in a straight line and find this lake over here, which is, they don't know, like, they figured that there maybe was a lake over here, but they didn't actually think so. But now there is a lake, they will start to develop boats and then move around here and take a lot of land. Actually, this is the first landlocked country. I just realized that. First landlocked country is that pink team. It's the landlocked. So, yeah. First landlocked country. You know what? Since it's the first landlocked country, we'll give them boats. I mean, very limited boats. I don't know what they're gonna do with them, especially if they're landlocked. But they got boats now. I mean, they could. I mean, we're talking about the red team. I mean, red team doesn't really care about the Caspian Sea. They're just exploring this area to get fishing. That's it. Let's go to Africa. The teal team will start to explore down into the coast here and discover more of Africa. And it's not horrible land right now. I mean, you go over here and it's like bad. That's bad. But they will put their boats down here and quickly with red team cooperation, all this is explored. So now we have the gold team actually making the first move on the England area, and they're liking the land, so they're gonna go and explore more land up here. And yeah, and the French team now seeing this kind of has competition with them, because if they cut them off, then this is still valuable land that they could have. But they are more focused with their um, European continental European self, and they actually started to expand their border, which um, they kind of debate on doing this. They're already big enough. I mean, they're basically all of modern France, kind of. They're missing a couple kilometers, but they're fine. We're there now. They're actually becoming they're a pretty strong nation. Um, the strongest country in the world at this point is the red team, because it's like, how could it not be Mesopotamian empire? And they're pretty cocky, but they're due to the invasion of the pink team. But their new election is coming up soon, and one is an expansionist, the other is a explorist. So it's pretty much what they would set out on the tin. One guy wants to expand, the other guy wants to explore specifically Asia, and the red team will be having this new election in basically a year. Now, elections at this point are very much authoritarian, but the current guy in the red team is very sick, and he is not looking very good to live much longer. So they are doing the first quote unquote democratic election due to the fact that this guy doesn't have any kids to take over his throne. So the people will kind of vote. There's going to be some limitations for authoritarian style, but um, it's still it's still technically democratic. It's the first democratic thing we see in this world. The rest of the countries in this world, especially in Europe, like Gold Team, the Polish. Oh, I didn't read that. The Polish, um, country here. That's more. I I don't know. Polish team. Um, France. Especially the Lime team. Especially the Green team. They're all very authoritarian. All these leaders have kids to take over the throne for when they die. But yeah, that's gonna be this episode. 25-minute episode, not that bad. We got a lot of stuff done in this episode that I wanted to do a lot earlier, but yep. Next episode, episode 7. I think episode 7 is episode 6. We'll have a lot of events, especially the major ones, especially an election in the Mesopotamian area, which will basically change the fate of the red team. Like if Expansionists, they'll expand or they'll stay the same size and start exploring into very much territory. Especially like maybe even Africa, which right now the current guy says Africa's not worth it. Don't waste resources. Even Asia. So they're like right now the red team is dormant, doing absolutely nothing besides invasion. They did this episode. But next episode is going to change what they're going to do, their policy. So next week we will be there for that episode.